Hello, we are continuing with our this question. See, this one, the first one is in the relaxed position. This one is contracting, and here complete contraction has taken place. So now let us have a look at the options. This one is relaxed, this one is relaxed. So these two can be the answers. Last one is maximally contracted. See this. So from these two we can select this as the answer. Second one is contraction is going on, and here contracted is written. So we cannot select this one as the answer. So this is the answer. Correct. Let us move on to the next one. Following is given a randomly arranged list of events that occur in a neuromuscular junction. So what can be the first one? Say, what common sense tells you that first the here nerve impulse has come. This is two are given. First the nerve impulse should come from the brain. Then yes, at the junction transmitter has to be released. Then the T tubules are taking, but I think this T tubules mention is not there in our textbook. Correct. So this you may find a little bit difficult. Then here it is such that receptor sites on sarcolemma. Yes, sarcolemma, that is the muscle, is now catching the impulse. Then calcium is released, and then yes, okay, sarcolemma shortens synaptic cleft. So let us see which one can be the answer from these two, because this is 2 and this is 2, because the nerve impulse should come first. Then 4th is common to both, that is transmitter should be given out. 5 and 6 spread of impulse. No, synaptic cleft, yes. And here what is given, the first one? Directly the receptor, it cannot directly come to the receptor. So the second one is, this is the answer. Correct. Can you see the whole question in this? We selected on the basis of the difference in these two. Which of the following is correct regarding changes in the muscle fiber from relaxed to contracted in the given figure? Here maximally contracted. Now length of the thick and the thin filaments has changed. Length of both has changed. Myosin cross bridges move on the actin and slide past each other. Length of the sarcomere remains the same. No. Sarcomere cannot remain same. It becomes short. So this cannot be the answer. Length of the thick and thin filament has changed. No. Length doesn't changes. They remain as they are. They cannot change. They slide past each other is the correct answer. That is our sliding filament theory, isn't it? The muscle, if a muscle undergoes rapid contraction and relaxation, the sarcomere reticulum extension requires constant in out of calcium. Rapid synthesis of myosin, no. Does not require energy. Oh, it constantly requires energy. All of this, no. Constant supply of calcium. You remember, for nerve impulse also calcium is important, and muscle contraction also calcium is important. So when it is contracting very rapidly, it should in and out of calcium constantly. Now these are the blanks which are given, so it is going to become a little bit difficult. Consider the following statement. Note, it's not a direct question. Repeated activation of the muscles can lead to the accumulation of dash due to anaerobic breakdown of glucose. Okay. Then one or two blanks. So the globular head of the meromyosin is an active ATPase enzyme and has a binding site for ATP and active site for here C is given. Actin has this central part of thick filament does not overlap by a thin filament. I band is not having anything, isn't it? Consider the following statements, each with one or two blanks. So out of this, you are not going to fill up all. So if you are selecting D, thinking that this is lactic acid, then D should fit with I band. D is fitting with I band. And it's not fitting with I band. So you cannot select this. See, at a time when you are selecting any group, all the combinations over here should fit in. That is the idea behind this type of MCQ. Understood? So if you think lactic acid for the first one, which is correct, but D I band is not fitting, so you cannot select Delhi. B is a binding site for ATP, this one, binding site for ATP. C is actin, yes. But is D also matching? H zone, yes. This A is glucose, no. That is lactic acid for sure. A is not there, D is not there. A is pyruvic, no. So B is the answer. Glucose is not there, pyruvic acid is not, lactic is correct, but I band is not matching in this. So we have selected Chennai in this answer. So this is a very different type of MCQ. Correct? Let us go to the next one. Over here. Which of the following statements about the mechanism of muscle contraction are correct? Acetylcholine is released. Yes. Muscle contraction is initiated by central nervous system via sensory. Not necessary always from the sensory. During muscle contraction, isotropic band gets elongated. No band are getting elongated. They are always getting shorter and A remains as it is. Repeated activation can lead to lactic acid. Yes, 4 is also correct. 4 is correct. 4 is correct. 1 is also correct here. So we have to select the answer Ahmedabad. Now the slow twitch muscle fibers which are rich in myoglobin and have abundant mitochondria are slow twitch, which are rich in myoglobin and more abundant are which one? Look at it properly. Obviously, if it is plenty of myoglobin, it has to be red skeletal muscle. Correct? Now, Identify from the following list the characteristic of red muscles. So such a big list is given. Correct? Then white muscles. Okay. So you should remember the characteristic of red muscle and white muscle. Correct? We had done this red muscle and white muscle in form of differences between the two. You remember? So, less number of mitochondria, A will be in the white, 1 should be in white, B column, B. So, A column we will make for red muscle. So, this is for red muscle and this is for white muscle. This is very interesting question. Huh? So, less number of mitochondria, 1 will belong to B. 1 is over here, 1 is over here. Okay. So, this is correct. This is over here. More number of mitochondria, 2 will be in A column. 2 will be in A column. See this? 2 should be in this column. Sarcoplasmic reticulum is more. It should be quick. You remember in the eyes are having lot of endoplasmic reticulum muscle. So this 3 over here. Myoglobin content is high. 4 should be in A. I think this is the answer. This is very unusual type of question that we have done. Correct? Myoglobin is present in all. Whether it will be less or it will be more. It's not possible that there are none of this, isn't it? Which of the following is a source of energy for muscle contraction? ATP. Direct question. Protein whose removal enables tropomyosin binding. The protein whose removal enables myosin to bind actin in smooth myosin, tropomyosin. Correct? All these 3, 1, 2, 3, you have never heard of, isn't it? During muscle contraction, actin and myosin form, obviously ectomyosin. You must not have heard like this in our textbook. But see, what does the common sense tell you? Actin and myosin, ectomyosin. Correct? Which of the following ions help in muscle contraction? Remember. So calcium should come in. Sodium is not. Calcium, potassium. Pump is there for the nerve impulse. So this is not the answer. You need calcium, not sodium, but magnesium you will require. This is not in our textbook. Mind well. So, if a stimulus several times greater than the threshold is provided to a muscle fiber, it will, even if you keep on giving stimulus, it is going to contract with large. It's not like that. So with small, no, it will contract with the same force. Whatever force stimulus you give, stimulus is only one time. So it is not going to contract in a large way or a small way. It will be the same way. So let us go to the next one. Here, which of the following is incorrect regarding muscle contraction? Which is false? Actin, myosin make ectomyosin. Correct. Phosphate reserve comes from phosphocreatinine. This we are not sure about. Chemical energy is converted to mechanical. Okay. Mechanical energy. This is wrong. Mechanical is not converted. Final product is mechanical. So this is absolutely wrong. Correct? Upon stimulation of skeletal muscle, calcium is immediately made available for binding to troponin from endoplasmic reticulum. You remember the endoplasmic reticulum inside the muscle fiber is there for the movement of calcium. It's in the introductory paragraph of our chapter. Lymph cannot be the answer, blood cannot be the answer, bone is not going to bring it. Correct? Sarcoplasmic reticulum, that is a endoplasmic reticulum inside the muscle fiber is going to help bring the calcium. This point is mentioned in the introduction of the chapter. In the resting muscle fiber, tropomyosin partially covers calcium binding site, actin binding site, myosin binding, calcium binding site. This is directly from the theory, myosin binding sites on actin. So here we have done the MCQs covering the point of muscles of the locomotion and movement chapter. Hope you will be able to do it correctly, but first complete the theory of ultrastructure of muscles and sliding filament theory. That is enough, and the introductory paragraph is easy. And skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle and smooth muscle. It's not like botany or biotech where there are plenty of examples and examples. So that time you have to learn the examples of the industries and the samples or the material that is being made in the industry. Here there are two big theories are done and the whole muscle topic is done. Did you get the hint how to do the muscle topic? Two big answers, ultrastructure of muscle and sliding filament theory. Two lengthy theories are there. Do it and the topic is done. All the best to you.